Hi, Alexandria. This is Debbie. It's very nice to meet you through this video blog. Um, First off, whenever you started talking, you mentioned the active listening skill and how important that is because it leads to understanding. And I 100% agree with not only that comment that you made, but also everything that you said in your vlog. It is important to do active listening because if you can't do that, then you're not going to get to the next step, which is understanding and being able to ask the right questions and being able to pay attention to body language. Something that you mentioned was the female counselor and how she showed empathy by reaching out and touching the guy's arm when he was telling the story about the car wreck. I know that some of the other vlogs that I've looked at, there might be a little bit of question about the appropriateness of this. And I know when I first watched, I didn't get any kind of funny feeling that it was out of context. It actually seemed to help calm the gentleman down, and so I felt like it was an appropriate gesture. But you mentioned that showed empathy on her part. You also referenced our textbook with the importance of remaining neutral during our counseling sessions. And I have experienced firsthand the pros and cons, I guess, of being neutral. I was a lay counselor at a Christian discipleship program for many years and had quite a few students. I mean, 80 to 100 students every year that would come to me. And I had to learn to remain neutral because at first the students would come and visit and, come with these horror stories and stuff and wanting my counsel. And at first it was difficult because I would get emotionally involved. I'm a mom and here I am working with these 18 to 25-year-olds. And I just had to learn that I had to get to a place to where God was the one in control. He was the one that was going to fix things. It was just up to me to ask the right questions to get them to come at the answers that He wanted them to have. So I had to learn to kind of be neutral, even in my, it's very important in your facial expressions, even because you can give away a lot just by your countenance. And so remaining neutral is important, which you mentioned in your video. I also, a thought came to me when I was watching your video that there's sometimes a fine line between when you're asking questions as a counselor and leading a client. One of the videos, I think by the counselor Mark was, or at least that was the name in the title, some of the questions that he was asking the female client, of course, I know that they were trying to show us, the students, how that you can kind of read between the lines and try to help the client arrive at their own feelings. But a thought came to me how important it is to be very careful and very discerning that when you are presenting possible feelings, that you aren't interjecting your own feelings or trying to lead the client in a place they might not be feeling. I'm not suggesting that happened in the video, but it was just something that it kind of came to my mind. Anyway, I really appreciate your video. I wish you the best semester. All right, take care.